Welcome to the Toy Box, brought to you by Behavior in Balance, where we explore different activities to do with any child, but specifically geared toward helping build skills for your child on the autism spectrum. I'm Erin Tracy, and today we're going to be making what's often referred to as a sensory bottle, due to the visual stimulation it creates. My niece likes to call them shakers, so today I'm going to walk you through making a shaker, but also show you how you can use the process of making one to incorporate skills your child may be working on. For written ingredients and instructions on creating your shaker, as well as how to present questions and statements to work on the skills we'll be covering in this video, click on the link below the video or visit our website, behaviorinbalance.com. So the first thing you're going to need is a bottle. I like the plastic Voss water bottles best. It's really easy to get those labels off of them, and they just look a bit cleaner when you're done, but really any water bottle will work. I would just be careful to get the plastic and not the glass. That way you don't need to worry about it breaking and it's not so heavy. So today I'm working with a 330 milliliter bottle. The big ones worked great too. I just like these small ones for kids. There are so many great ways to make these bottles, so you can really put in whatever ingredients you like. For this one, you will want some glitter glue, liquid watercolors, and various colors and sizes of glitter. Now, I also like to use a measuring cup to mix everything because it's easy to pour in the bottle when you're done. And then you're gonna want a whisk for mixing. So if you're making this with your child, you wanna think about the skills you want to incorporate. In this activity, you can target identifying objects, colors, and actions, both expressively and receptively. For instance, you could hold up a color and ask, "What color is this?" To which your child would respond, "Blue." Or you could say something like, "Give me the green one," and your child would then select a green object. You can also work on manding or requesting. This can be to ask for an item or an action. For instance, "I want more glitter," or "Shake it." Another great thing to work on with this activity is making choices. You can work it all in different ways, and at the end have a really cool shaker your child can play with. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how this will work. Again, for more in-depth descriptions, go ahead and click on the link below or visit our website. So the first step will be to boil some water. This will help everything just blend a little better together. I've already done it, so my water is already poured into my mixing cup, nice and hot. And then the next thing you're going to do is you'll start with the glitter glue. So this is a place where you can already start by asking your child to make a choice. So maybe you hold up two different colors and say, "Which color do you want?" And then your child could point to select which color they wanted. So if we selected the color blue, then you would want to go ahead and squeeze in about a quarter to a third of the bottle of the glitter glue into your measuring cup. Takes a good amount, and this is something that's actually a little bit difficult, at least with this particular glitter glue. So it could also be a natural way to get your child to mand for some help if you were to hand it to them and say, go ahead and squeeze in the glue, and then your child tried. They might struggle for a little bit. This is not to be mean, just to kind of prompt them to maybe ask for help. So if they were to ask for help or you prompted them to, you would then have to squeeze it in, and as you'll see, it takes some work. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze it in and just keep going. And then while you're squeezing it in, you could also ask your child to label the action. So maybe you would say, "What am I doing?" And your child would say, "Squeezing." So this is going to take a little bit of time. So you could also just open it up here to move this process along for the purpose of demonstrating, and glob a little bit in there. Okay. Can get a little bit messy, so you might want to do it on something you're not too concerned with getting dirty. Okay, so after you get the glue in there, you're going to want to mix it up. So I'm just going to give it a little stir here. So after that's mixed together, then you're going to want to add your glitter. So you'll want some bigger pieces and some fine flakier glitter. I have some blue flakes here, and this is something where you could maybe say to your child, okay, we're going to pinch in the glitter, and maybe say something like, say pinch, so that they could then repeat the word pinch. That's if you're working on echoics, or if you're working on building language and having them repeat or echo you. So then you're going to want to add some pinches in there. Maybe give this to your child. Maybe pour a little into a separate container for them to pinch from. Again, this does get messy. And that's probably good for now. And then you're going to want to add your finer glitter. So this is another opportunity to have your child maybe make some choices or label some colors. So I might hold up a couple different ones and say, which color do you want? And maybe this time they say the color blue. Maybe I ask them to hand me one by labeling the color. So I might say something like, give me the green one. In this version, I think we're going to use gold and some multicolor. I have a bunch of different colors here. There's some really cool sets you can get where you have all kinds of options that are really fun. I have mine already open because these can be a little tough to get open. So then you're going to want to start dashing a little bit in there. Maybe you're telling your child, okay, now it's time to shake. So you might go shake, 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 and stop. And that might prompt your child to demand for more shaking. So maybe they'll say shake, and then you shake, 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 shake. Or you could ask them to do the shaking. So maybe you give them just a little bit. Be careful, again, this fine glitter can get everywhere, so it can get a bit messy. And you might want to hand this to your child and say, okay, show me shaking. And then they might shake a little bit. Add a little more. It's pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to mix it up and see what we're working with here. So this is another opportunity to maybe ask a question of your child. You could either say, show me stirring, and have them do the stirring, or you could say, what am I doing? And they can label stirring. You're gonna stir, stir, stir. All right, it's already looking pretty good in there. So I'm gonna stop with that. Now, the next thing you wanna do is add just a few drops of the liquid watercolor. This is just to give a little bit more color and to add to the different sizes of glitter and colors, just to add some more dimension. So I think for this one, we're gonna go with a little bit of green. So all kinds of options to get your child to incorporate some skills in here. So maybe hand it to them and ask them to open it, or have them label what you're doing, opening, or again, picking the color, asking what is it, things like that. So you just need a couple of drops, not much. Guess I did 3 or 4. See how that goes. And then you're gonna wanna mix it up again. So, it's hot. Okay, then you are going to wanna pour it in the bottle. So again, this is an opportunity to ask for labeling. You might wanna ask your child, what is it? Maybe they say bottle or water, whatever the case may be. Maybe say, can you show me opening? And hand them the water bottle so that they can open it. Either way, get your water bottle open. I would already have the label taken off. I just didn't get to it on this one. So do that, and then we're going to pour it in. So this is another opportunity to ask for an action. So I would do the pouring just because this is hot and again messy. So maybe you do it and then ask your child, what am I doing? And your child would hopefully say pouring. Okay, so mine's getting stuck on the bottom, so I'm just going to give it another little stir. And that's okay, some will get stuck. Not a big deal. And if you're worried about your pour measuring cup, don't worry, it comes plain. It's the beauty of the hot water, I think.
smoothing that out. And you could always scoop a little more of that in to help it along. All right. I should have had a towel here. Gonna get a little messy, but you get the idea. And then you would close it up, give it a little shake. Check out what it looks like. Again, mine has the label on it, but and some of my bigger flakes didn't make it all the way in there, but you can add as much or as little as you want. So the good thing about checking it out first, you do this, and then if you decide, you know, I think it needs some more. So then you can go ahead and add some more of the bigger ones, and maybe some more color if you want, whatever you need to do. Sometimes you might need to top it off also with a little bit more water. So once you get it where you want it, go ahead and do that. And then you would want to take the top and just use a little bit of super glue or Gorilla Glue around the edge so that you can close it up. And that way it stays on nice and tight, because your child is going to be playing with this and shaking it, and you can imagine the disaster that would happen if it were not secured on there. Anyway, so hopefully that looks somewhat similar to this one. I think this looks pretty cool. I think I must have more glitter in this one, but awesome. So now your child has a really cool item they can use if it helps them to calm down, but it's also just really cool to look at. You can change up your ingredients to make all different kinds of shakers. So get creative and have fun.